Hello YouTube, this is Corey. How's everybody doing today? First off, I just want to say hi and welcome to all my new subscribers. I got the new thing and I just realized I have all kinds of new people watching me, so thank you. Um, we'll start off with the numbers like I always do. Excuse me. I don't think I have been saying what my start number was lately, so for some of the new people, if you haven't watched the old videos, I started the day of surgery. My weight was 28.8 pounds. My highest weight, I really don't know, um, because so many things have been going on before that. But the highest weight I'd ever seen on the scale prior to that was in the 240s. I could have been higher at one point in my life, but when you get that high, you just don't even deal with it. So week 40 is what we're on. I know I'm actually on time on giving you guys this stuff. So I know I just did a video a few days ago, but we're on a new week and I'm trying to get back on schedule. My whole life seems to be in chaos lately and I'm trying to get it back on schedules. I always tease my mom for her schedules, but schedules are good. So week 40, I lost 0.4 pounds. So that made me 172.6. So I didn't quite lose the whole gain I had from the week before, but considering everything that's going on, I'm okay with that. A big part of what I need to do to fix that is start drinking my water again. I'm getting better. I've gotten back up to 53 ounces a day, so not quite there. I was at 73 working on 93 at one point. So I definitely, have a little ways to go, but again, part of the problem is I'm always cold. And so I need to figure out how to deal with that, get some water in and not be so cold with it. As summer's coming, I live in Vegas, so I figured during summer I should be able to knock that stuff out, no problem. And then maybe it'll be such a habit by then I'll be okay. I did my first 5K on Sunday, which ended up actually being a 2.5 mile jog because I messed up. It was extremely windy here. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Vegas area, but we can get some really, really high winds here. And it was just a really windy day. My mom was kind of like, I don't even really want you to do it because it's so windy. And I was like, no, I already signed up, I already paid my money, I'm doing it. It was also cold, which I just ended up wearing a sweatshirt and, I don't know, not long pants, but like to the knee. If I, well, for next year, I will definitely wear a sweatshirt again, and I'll probably get some of those like running pants or something just to help keep me a little bit warmer. Because I was really cold. I don't know how you guys who live in cold climates go out and do it. I just couldn't do it on a regular basis. But anyway, so it also was in an area that has hills. There's a lot of hills in this area. And I wasn't thinking about that when I was training for it. I did all the training on the treadmill pretty much. I ran outside once at my house that has hills, but I only did, I clocked it to be like a mile, a little over a mile. So it wasn't a huge deal. Well, my butt is still hurting. It's Tuesday, and my butt is still hurting. And it has to be from the hills. It's the only thing different I've done. I went ahead and went to the gym yesterday and did the elliptical, and I was in pain all day. So I think today I have a lot of stuff I want to get done. I think today I'm just going to maybe do a walk around the neighborhood. I do have hills in my neighborhood, so that'll help the walk be better, but it's just going to be a walk. It's not going to be a run. So what happened was when I was going through the 5K, like I said, it was really windy, so I was running with my head down a lot. Just kind of using my peripheral vision to make sure I'm not running into anybody or anything. So we got to the point where it was finally a downhill. And if you've been running uphill, down here, like, oh, yes. So I was jogging and I glanced up. I got to a corner and I glanced up and I saw across the street there was people jogging in front of me. But I didn't pay attention that the cones didn't go all the way across the street. They actually turned. So I was supposed to make a right turn, go up a little ways, and do a U-E. And I was already crossed the street when I realized what I did. And yeah, I wasn't so far I couldn't have turned back around. But to be honest, I was embarrassed. I was like, I can't believe I just did that. I'm going to pretend like I didn't notice, and I kept going. Knowing the area, because that area is right where I go to school, it's right, I don't gamble a lot, but when I do gamble, that's my favorite casino right there, so I knew that area. So I knew I wasn't cutting up off too much. I wasn't like I was cutting off half the race. So I went ahead and I finished, and I got to the finish line, and my time said 31 minutes and some change. I didn't pay too big of attention because I knew it wasn't a 5K. I knew it wasn't the right time. So I'm like, crap. So, like, well, later I'll come back, everything's all cleared away, and I'll clock it in my car and see how far I actually ran. And I just walked straight to my car, got in my car, and as I was leaving, you had to cross over the path of where people were running. And one of the girls who I noticed in the race, because we kept like passing each other, like when I would walk, she would jog. When I would jog, she would walk. So we kept kind of going back and forth, but we were pretty much staying about the same time. She was coming up, and that was probably to where there'd been like maybe a quarter of a mile left of the race, give or take. So I was like, okay, well, all I did was walk to my car and get in it. That didn't take me but a few minutes. I'm like, so that told me again, I didn't cut too much of the race off. Because I'm like, she's probably going to come in, maybe 10 minutes behind me. So later I went back, clocked it, and I did 2.5 miles. So considering the weather and the hills that I was not ready for at all, 31 point something minutes, not bad at all. So I just consider it a learning experience. I will do the same race again next year because this was the 4th annual, so I'm going to assume there'll be a 5th annual. And my goal for next year will be to run the whole thing and meet or beat that 31 minutes. So I have a year to basically try and get my 5K, my hilly 5K, under 30 minutes, 31 minutes. So I think I can do that. I think that's totally doable. Let's see, what else? That was pretty the major thing this week was that I couldn't believe I did that. I was just so embarrassed more than anything. And I was like, maybe I just won't tell anybody. And I thought about it, and I was like, no, I'm sure you're not the first fool who's done something like that. So I was telling my friends at work who were supposed to run with me, see, you should have been with me. Keep me on track. But anyways, yeah, so part of the thing that I'm doing today is with being off on everything that I was talking about is the way my schedule is and the way everything goes, I'm definitely I need a grab and go for food. And I eat the turkey meatballs that I've showed you guys in the past. I eat the chicken that I've showed you guys in the past that you just pop in the microwave. They're both done within a minute, minute and a half. Just use some dipping sauce and I'm good to go. The meatballs are a little bit higher in fat than the chicken, but they're both chicken or calorie protein ratio are good. So I always have those, but then I think because that's kind of all I've been eating for the past few months, unless I'm eating crap I shouldn't be. So when I went grocery shopping yesterday with my son, I got myself some turkey salad. It's pre-made, so it's probably not the best for me, but I just got a couple days worth, so it's not a huge deal, and it's one meal. I measured it out to 4 ounces. So today, while I'm getting everything else done I need to do, I'm going to cook up some of my turkey patties so that all I have to do is just pop those in the microwave. I always melt a little cheese on them for flavor. And I have a turkey thing I do. I use ground turkey, bell peppers, and onions, and I kind of cook it up kind of like you would like a taco meat, like for taco filling. But I don't put taco filling. I actually put cheese on that too when I eat it. But, things like that all I have to do is just pop them in the microwave and heat them up. So I'm hoping that will help. I've noticed my band, I was having a problem with my band being too tight. I've noticed my band is a little looser. I actually was able to eat some of my son's pizza the other night that I made for him, which was kind of nice because I miss pizza and I want to be able to eat pizza, but then I was surprised at how much I was able to eat. So at one point I think I was just eating it just to see how much is this band going to let me do. So my band might be a little bit looser, but also if you remember, I have insurance. I don't have insurance anymore. So unless I really, really need to, I don't want to go get another fill, especially with the problem I just had. I only had, 0.3 put in and ended up having to have 0.2 taken out. So I don't know if it's, obviously I haven't had a huge amount of weight loss since then. Maybe I was just having good band days. I don't know. But I want to learn to be able to do this, with the help of the band, but not be so dependent on the band. Because if I think about it, really the stuff that made me fat, I could still eat with no problem with the band. even when it was tight. That's what I was eating because that's what would go down. Most of the stuff that made me fat is lighter foods. So I just have to learn, to stop. And I was doing really well. I guess they call it the honeymoon phase. You're doing really well. Um, and I always said I'm not giving up sweets completely, but I need to just, in moderation. I think with all the stress and everything I've been under lately, my moderation's gone out the window a little bit. So I just need to work on that. I've been doing pretty good with my exercise, work on my water. I completely ran out of vitamins, so shame on me for that, but I have ordered more vitamins, so those will be in any day. Get back to my vitamins. So it's kind of just getting back to the basics for me, but you know, it's life. That's what's going to happen. It's not a big deal. I'll get back on track. And that's what one of the girls in the Back to Basics group, I can't remember who said it now. I want to say it was Becca, was saying, something about being a failure, and you're not a failure unless you give up. And so I'm not going to give up. I know a lot of people are telling me, oh, you look great, you don't need to lose any more weight, but I do. I have 150 as my goal, and maybe it won't be 150 because my goal, I have a goal skort that I bought last year. That's a size 8, and I may have told you guys this a couple videos ago, but I'm able to get it on. I can get it on and button it up, and that's my goal right there. There's so many people on here that you think your goal is one thing and then it's not. I know there's several people that I've watched who have been banded for years and they seem to have stalled out in the 170s, which is what I'm in, and they're fine with that. And that's great, that's great for them. But I think I'm not going to be too hard on myself for stalling out in the 170s, but that's not the end. So we'll just see how it is. I feel a lot better. Definitely be focusing more on the exercise and stuff because, now that I have ran a 5K and completely screwed it up, now I feel like I have to, do it again and do it right. For those who are not on the Back to Basics Facebook group, if you're coming to Vegas, to the Vegas meet and greet, I know Becca and several other girls, I'm trying to remember Leanne. I don't know what your Facebook name is, Leanne. But I know several other people are going to be running in the Ronald McDonald 5K here in Vegas on the 19th at 7 a.m. I believe it is. So if you want to do a 5K, and whether you've done one or not, that might be the place to do it. There'll be a bunch of us doing it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet because I'm not a morning person and I don't want to be up that early. So I don't know. I haven't decided. But I think it's definitely good, to do a 5K with people. It's kind of suck to do it by myself, but it is what it is. So anyways, I guess I need to stop talking because I'm seeing my time and I've just been blabbering away. So hope everybody has a wonderful week. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully now that I'm going to get a bunch of food ready for the week, I'll be good to go and I can show you guys a nice good loss next week. And I'm working on my water again this week, and that's that. Anyways, see you guys later. Have a great week. Bye.